Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ. Of course, we talked about what players can improve their draft stock at the Combine with DK and Brady, but now we're going to get into the under-the-radar draft prospects. I like that. What is that? Like under-the-radar
right?
alert? Okay.
Like a
That's really beautiful, Tommy. Thank you.
Sorry, I just sound affected your segment. I hijacked it.
No, I love it. And we have Emory Hunt here because there's no better person than the czar of the playbook to talk to us about some under-the-radar prospects. Emory, you do the work. You go to the Senior Bowl. You see all these guys. You scout them out. And we're starting with Isaiah Davis out of South Dakota State, someone who certainly impressed you at the Senior Bowl. But what impresses you the most about him that he is making this list?
He is a finisher, Jacqueline. You talk about someone that understands the timing of a game. Like, man, they really need a big play here. They nearly need to push this team or put this team away. Isaiah Davis is the guy that's the finisher that ends up ending the game. He was outstanding as a freshman in the national championship game against Sam Houston. And he's been consistent all throughout his career. He can catch the ball rather well, has great size at 6 feet 220. He is someone that I'm expecting to run in the low 4.5s, high 4.4s, and impress a lot of people with his ability as a complete package at the position.
All right, Emory, we're going to stick with the running backs, talking about Jaden Shirden when we're talking about FCS players, and it's someone that might not be on a lot of folks' radar, but why should he be?
Because, number one, I was the color analyst on 11 of his games over the last 3 years. So if there's anyone that knows about Jaden Shirden, it's me. So trust in the czar on this one. This dude is lightning fast and lightning quick. Every game I called, I was just waiting for him to get the football, but he was likely to go 80 every time he touched. There were some plays or some games where coach took him out in the fourth quarter when he was on pace to go for 300 yards or 400 yards rushing. The question that he can answer here is, can he catch the football? They didn't ask him to catch a lot at Monmouth. Why would you when you can just hand the football off and he can do what he's doing right there on screen? But when you throw the football to him, can he catch the football away from his body, has shorter arms and smallish hands? We saw that a little bit pop up at the East-West Shrine Bowl. Now here's the Combine where he can showcase that. But if he goes up there and runs that blazing 4.340 like I expect, he's going to fly up the boards.
You're on the call for 11 of his games, so if anybody knows about him, it's surely Emory Hunt. Let's talk about Jaylen Coker, a wide receiver out of Holy Cross, and something that I thought was really interesting. Just a small, really exclusive group of Holy Cross players to receive an invite to the Combine. He is one of them. What makes him so special in your opinion, Emory?
That whole Holy Cross program under Coach Bob Chesney, who's now the head coach at James Madison, was all about bully ball. And their biggest bully was Jaylen Coker. He's 6'1", 218 pounds. That sounds like an outside receiver, right? No, he's a slot guy. And that's someone that's going to beat you up over the middle of the field. He was doing great things down at the Hula Bowl, then got a call up to the East-West Shrine Bowl as well and did great things that week also down there in Frisco, Texas. So he's someone that catches the ball away from his body rather well. He plays a physical game, and he was just consistent over top-level competition. You go back and watch the games they played against FBS programs like Buffalo, and he did a great job there. So he is ready to go from day one at the NFL level. It's going to be big for him, how he tests, how fast is he, but I do think he could be a standout slot receiver.
All right, next up, we're talking about somebody who made the jump from D2, Willie Drew. Based on what you saw from him at the Senior Bowl, Emory, what is his potential upside as a pro?
Not just the Senior Bowl. If you guys remember that wild, wacky Week 1 game between Norfolk State and Virginia State that ended in a crazy ending, I was on the call for that game, so I got to see Willie Drew. He had a pick in that ball game. They have a great receiver at Norfolk State, Andre Fergis, who had him in witness protection program, had him so frustrated he wanted to fight Willie Drew during the game, and you saw him down at the Senior Bowl, up and down weak. However, don't let that fool you. This guy's a tremendous athlete. He can play the ball in the air. He has great skills and also is a core special teamer. What I mean by that, he can excel on coverage units. He can also return the ball if you want him to, but with the ball skills and his ability to play off coverage, definitely someone that can get back in the good graces of evaluators by running a good 40 time and showcasing that leaping ability that he put out there on the field.
Emory, this next name, I was practicing Kieran Agudosi. It's the name that I should probably get used to saying, a guy out of Yale. And I read a quote from him online. He said, I think I'm the most interesting prospect in the draft. Why is he someone that catches your eye?
Because he started games at guard and he started games at tackle. So he has that position flexibility. We're going to see here at the Combine which one will he most likely land as a pro? Can he be a guard or can he be a tackle? I think the best game folks need to go watch is the game against Morgan State. Morgan State is going to have 2 defenders that's going to be draft picks, one this year in Noah Washington and one next year in Elijah Williams. And he did a great job against that defensive front. So that's a great test of what he can expect as a pro. And you also look at him and what he does athletically. We'll see him go through the L drill and all those cool drills that we'll see him do at the combine. His athleticism and how he performs in Indy will dictate whether or not we'll see him kick down inside or stay outside as a left tackle like he was at Yale.
All right, we know the combine, the draft is inching closer when we have Emory Hunt on HQ tapping in with us here, talking about under the radar draft prospects. Thanks so much, Emory. We appreciate it. Tommy, what was the noise that you did? A little under the radar official submarine sound. For more under the radar picks, and as we are inching closer to the combine, to the draft, make sure you check out the With the First Pick podcast with Rick Spielman, Ryan Wilson. Scan that QR code. Sound effects courtesy of Tommy Tran.